Cheers and welcome my friends, I'm Horath, and this is my short Ringworld tutorial for Stellaris Utopia. If you've been playing Stellaris for a while, then you already know about Ringworlds. There's also a book series by Larry Niven that is centered around Ringworlds. If you do not know what these things are, a Ringworld is basically an artificial space station, but of a huge size. And they do give you perfect living conditions because every little factor is being controlled down to the minutest detail, and they are as big as planets can be in Stellaris. So they are basically the ideal planet, and a Ringworld gives you 4 of these. And with the new DLC, you can actually construct these things and build them for yourselves. Yeah, buy them as well because they are really expensive. How do you do that? How do you get your hands on a Ringworld? You need some Ascension perks. That is a new feature. Only people with the DLC do get the Ascension perks. Everyone gets the traditions. How do you get your hands on an Ascension perk? Well, you got to fill out one of these traditions. If you take all the tags or traditions in the prosperity tree, for example, then you get one Ascension perk. For that, to fill that out, you need Unity. You gain a monthly point amount of Unity, and what you need to fill out one of these goes up depending on the amount of colonies that you have, 25% per colony. So let's say you got your hand on an Ascension perk. What do you need for the Ringworld? Well, obviously you need the Circle of Life that unlocks the Ringworld megastructure, but you don't get that right off the bat. Some of the Ascension perks are more powerful than others, so some of them are hidden away, basically require you to take other Ascension perks first. For example, you do have the, Galactic Force Projection over here that gives you 200 naval capacity. That is not something that you want people to take as their first Ascension perk, so this requires other Ascension perks before that. The Ringworld is no different, so for that you need the Voidborn perk. And to unlock that Voidborn perk, you only need an Ascension perk, a free Ascension perk, but you also need battleships, so the battleship tag, and you need the tag that allows you to build the highest level space defense station. So I think Deep Space Fortress is that thing that allows you to do that. And then to pick the Ringworld Ascension perk, you also need a tag, and that is Mega Engineering. And to fill up the other 2 free slots until you get to the Ringworld, I would suggest you go for Master Builders, because that does reduce your megastructure build cost by 25%, and it also increases your megastructure build speed by 33%. Very useful if you're planning a lot of these, because they're very expensive and they take a long time, so this is exactly what you want. The Galactic Wonders, I'm going to do a different video for that, but that also needs 3 other things picked, so yeah. So if you got these things, I'm just going to show you the tech that you need for that, just real quick. Over here it is in engineering. If you scroll down a little, it should be over here. Yeah, here it is, Mega Engineering. So that is what you want. It's a rare tech. It's pretty expensive. We are kind of a small civilization. That is why it's only 34,400 here. We only have a couple of planets. Well, yeah, this is very expensive, but if you got it, you can basically choose the perk if you fill the prerequisites. Now, once you got that, you might want to start building. I've prepared a couple of things for us over here, Ringworlds in various stages of construction. Now, a Ringworld, you can only build it in uninhabited systems, and that is because you are going to use all the stellar bodies in the system while building the Ringworld. So these are basically your construction materials. So that is a consideration. If you have a couple of different systems to choose from, then choose the worst of those systems, I think, with the least amount of resources in there. Now, how do you build a Ringworld? There are 2 ways. You can either right click on the star, because Ringworlds have to be built around stars. That's the only thing that will survive. Then click on Build Megastructure, and then you'll select Build Ringworld site. That is just the building site. That is not the full Ringworld. We'll get to that in a minute. So you can see that we pay 7,500. It's actually 10,000, but I get the 25% reduction from the other perk. What you can also do is click over here on your construction ship, build mega structures, and then you can select what you want. So select Ringworld side, and it'll show you everything in a system where you can build that Ringworld. That's actually quite a nifty feature. I like that. And yeah, then you just left click and your ship will go there and start building the building site. Now, we're already a step further over here. We got our Ringworld site over here. And this is the place where all the personnel that is going to build your Ringworld is going to live. These are huge projects. It needs a crap ton of people. It needs a lot of money. This thing, it costs you 5 maintenance per month. You do not get any benefits. The only thing that allows you to do is basically starting to build the frame. So the frame is going to cost you 20,000 or 15,000 if you got that Master Engineer Builders perk. And it's also going to take you 10 years, 15 years, depending on, there are some modifiers that come into that. If I were to click on this, it would only be 3,300 days or something. But it is quite a long time. Now, if you're done with the frame, then you come in here and you can see that this system doesn't have any stellar bodies in there anymore. This system still does have some stellar bodies, but once the frame is constructed, they would all be gone. So watch out what you're doing. Right, so in here we got a finished Ringworld frame. We got section A, B, C, and D. And now if I click on one of these sections, then it allows me to start building that thing into a complete and functional habitat. And that is what we want, so we click on it. The downside to doing this, you can sort of now see a green shadow for what it's going to be once it's finished. It's going to take 2,700 a day. These do construct a little bit faster than the frame. It's still a long time, and the problem is you can't do these simultaneously. So if I wanted to go for this, it says due to the immense technical requirements in personnel, we can build or upgrade only one mega structure at a time. Which is a bummer, but I mean, I get it. These are not just things that you do willy-nilly. They really take a lot of work. So, and that's about it. You sort of build up your sections, and then you got yourself a fully built-out Ringworld like I do over here. And you can actually get quite a bit out of these guys if you properly optimize them. Obviously, this is my capital district, so it hasn't really been optimized for anything, because we have like the Ministry of Benevolence and the Research Institute and other stuff in there that gives a bonus to the whole empire. That is just what has to happen on the capital of your space, of your civilization. But for example, this industry district, I built that out to produce as many minerals as possible. And that's producing 175 currently. You could also buff that up with edicts if you went for production targets, for example, and we'll go up to nearly 200 and so on. You can put a governor in there, maybe try to increase the output that way. This commerce district has been optimized to put out energy. Not all of the things in here are actually being worked at, because I had a plague and some people died. It was all very sad. But yeah, we're still putting out nearly 200, so you can definitely expect that thing to put out 200, and then with production targets or capacity overload, it's going to be even more. And then what you can do within the new DLC is also you can go for food production, because now we have food storage, so that is a pretty big thing. This place has been built to provide as much food as possible. Right, so the advantages of Ringworlds are clear. They are one of my favorite things in sci-fi games. I'm really happy that Stellaris allows me to build them. Let me know in the comments what you did if you built your own Ringworld. If you have any questions or anything, please do leave a like on this video if you found it helpful, so that it can show up in search results and help other people that might be on the search for building their own Ringworld. And yeah, I hope I see you in one of my other tutorials or in one of my Let's Play series, and I hope you join me for that. And now, as a bonus at the end, I'm gonna read you what Larry Niven has to say about Ringworlds. I myself have dreamed up an intermediate step between Dyson spheres and planets. Build a ring 93 million miles in radius, one Earth orbit, which would make it 600 million miles long. If we have the mass of Jupiter to work with, and if we make it 1 million miles wide, we get a thickness of about 1,000 meters. The Ringworld would thus be much sturdier than a Dyson sphere. There are other advantages. We can spin it for gravity. A rotation on its axis of 770 miles per second would give the Ringworld 1 gravity outward. We wouldn't even have to have a roof over it. Put walls 1,000 miles high at each rim, aim it at the sun, and very little air will leak over the edges. The thing is roomy enough, 3 million times the area of the Earth. It will be some time before anyone complains of the crowding. Thanks, bye bye.